So, today we finna watch Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar Death Battle. Now, one of y'all sent this video to me on Discord, and I'm not gonna lie, when I read the title, I laughed. I had a good ass laugh session because when you truly think about it, all this is the battle of the breaths. I'm being dead ass. Like, all this is two niggas who know how to breathe really well. You got Tanjiro with water breathing, Hinokami Kagura, etc. And you got Jonathan Joestar with the Haman, you feel me? In both their verses, they kind of fight like the same type of creatures too. Like Tanjiro, I kind of see demons as like pseudo vampires, or they kind of just like vampires, you feel me? They got supernatural powers, regeneration, they die when the sun comes out. They vampires, bruh. And then you got Jonathan Joestar fighting vampires, Dio, etc. You know what I'm saying? Now, I recently just watched the Demon Slayer movie, bruh. So I'm kind of in a Demon Slayer mood too. So you putting this video in the Discord was in the perfect time. That movie was crazy. It was a lot of flashbacks. But bro, the fights was tough. Now, truly thinking about this fight, I'm wondering if they're gonna stick to, because this video is older. I don't know if they're gonna use the new stuff or the manga stuff, but does Tanjiro get that translucent world? That's my one question. Does he get translucent world? Because if he does, Jonathan might be cooked. Like, I fuck with Jonathan. He might be cooked. So we gonna see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, you already know, I want to ask y'all to hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. It helps me out, helps the channel out, helps the channel grow. I appreciate the support. And without further ado, let's get into the video, bro. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's see. Death Battle, talk to me.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are
Bruh, talking about some Joj.
They are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless.
That's another thing. Like, both of them is pure of heart, bruh. Like, good-ass people. Like, I would want to be friends with both of them. To be honest. You feel me?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Taisha, talk to me.
Daisho Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core. Demons. This race of superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji,
who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived.
Yo. Muzan did Tanjiro filthy. Like, to be honest, I don't know how Tanjiro's still pure of heart after seeing this, bruh. I walk into my crib, I see this, I'm a villain now. I'm sorry, I'm a villain. The world shall know pain. This and that and the third.
The eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too.
5'5",
Bad news is she's a demon now.
134
so,
pounds.
sorry, champ, I'm chucking this day up.
He a lightweight, but he's a
Tanjiro
child,
possessed
so.
the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good, especially when combined with—
I ain't gonna lie, the swords might be frauds, bro. After watching that movie and Akaza fighting them with no head and winning, the swords don't hold no value to me no more, bro. Like, what the heck? I would have took it up with the Demon Corpse corporate, bro, something.
the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well,
He called
it's
it
totally
katana magic.
That's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. Oh, God.
Nigga can't even breathe
The use
right.
of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. Literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing.
I
a
remember
technique
he was
developed by
training
the
for
Demon
that.
Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each
Zenitsu.
breathing style is a separate form
Went
of sword
crazy in
combat.
that movie.
The first
Stop
form
playing
Tanjiro
with him.
mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Crazy.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a prodigy Demon Slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was. Hundreds of years ago,
it
the creator
is.
of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro
The
himself.
Hinokami
This
Kagura
was
dance.
the dance of the fire
Yeah.
god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor
So
and can
tough.
turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And
So
gives
fire.
him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for
Wait, so they're gonna give him see-through world in this? Son. Okay, hold on. Jonathan, my homie gang. I might have to jump in.
Tanjiro
Where
and
my
gives him
gun?
X-ray vision.
This allows him such a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future
I jump in.
actions, sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away,
Yeah, he got
it
a
lets
good
him find
nose.
an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That
Son.
demon turned himself into a train whiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue.
Doma, bruh. The way he did Shinobu in that movie, he was playing with her, bro. Like,
In only a few
I don't even
seconds.
wanna talk.
That
I
takes
might
a lot
cry.
of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Victorian England! An infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble.
Dio, you deserve
okay,
that.
well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother.
Dio!
Make you one unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
Hadn't you heard,
A
Wiz?
god.
Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to
231
breaking Jonathan
pounds, 20,
emotionally,
6'5".
turning him into a docile puppet. But after
I didn't know
being
he was
bullied,
6'5".
beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying.
Yo,
Too bad it didn't last forever.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, this is why I like Jonathan so much, because when he was fighting Dio, bruh, Like the first fight, bro, he didn't have no powers. He was using straight hands. Straight smoke. Come on.
Because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar. Classic Dio.
How you kill somebody who take you out the slums?
World domination. Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating Italian man. It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Hamon, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents.
That's what Hamon means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels.
It's 2
nickels.
nickels.
It's weird that it happened twice.
Hamon energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan...
You see water walking, healing. Yeah, bro. You could tell that Demon Slayer, like their breathing was inspired from JoJo's. You can tell they kind of got like the same type of deal, easily.
Stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he jumped on a gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours.
What?
Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
Hamon is basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like chi, he can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
The first Ura.
Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He could even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Shit was tragic.
Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to succumbing.
I like how they just showed Caesar's death.
To be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying.
Yeah, we talk about Jonathan. You gonna hit me with a double power? You gonna show my nigga William Zeppeli died? Then you gonna show my nigga Caesar? Death battle, you come on, bro. You breaking my heart.
Death too.
Before succumbing, Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm, not with his nifty new sword, Pluck, with his bare goddamn hand.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait.
Now, Fisted Dio was pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed, or even Hamon, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning
that's just the JoJo passive. That's a Joestar passive, bro.
Years ago, and the same one that defeated him again.
Batman level intelligence
was bittersweet.
He may be built like
I bet if we looked in the back of Batman neck, we gonna see a star. I promise you.
brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain. His bloodline would continue throughout the ages,
Yeah.
spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common. His name, JoJo. Wait, is the ripple his tip?
Wait, what did he say?
Wait, is the ripple his tip?
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's see it. Whoa. Hold on, why do I see Nezuko? She better not be helping Tanjiro this fight, but that's cheating. If Tanjiro get Nezuko, Jonathan gets Speedwagon, bruh. Simple.
Side! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone.
Stop talking crazy,
Poor
Tanjiro.
wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
The music going
I'm
crazy.
sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Come on, let's go.
Total concentration.
Water breathing! Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman.
Yeah,
I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through.
Oh, he's kind of adorable, like a puppy.
Why they got Tanjiro like looking down on him like that, like he's some sort of kid? Stop!
I wonder if he has a caretaker.
Tanjiro's the kid. Stop underestimating Jonathan, bruh.
You're mine.
That won't work.
Valiant footwork.
Nigga picked up a whole tree.
You will fall.
No kamikaze.
Nah, this animation tough.
Nice try.
Incredible. You could teach me a thing or two. Scarlet Overdrive.
Alright, he should be down. It's over. Tanjiro not finished.
He's carrying some kind of energy.
He not finished.
And that means I know how to stop him.
He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
I got you!
He broke the plug sword?
Fate! He's going for my lungs!
2 inches off. Did he dodge?
Jonathan, no!
Yellow!
Fuck is you talking about?
Jeez. My
Tanjiro
sis.
is GG's.
On my honor, as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
GG's. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty sad. Well, I ain't want Tanjiro to die for real. I mean, I know it's death battle, but in actuality, these two would be friends on some actual shit.
I'm not crying. I'm only crying really
What was
hard.
that ending?
Can't hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years.
Did he use Translucent World in that fight? And I just didn't
Tanjiro was
notice?
obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan was.
Tanjiro is definitely a better swordsman than Joseph. I think what really put Joseph above the edge was the speed. I don't think there's a speed of light feat in Demon Slayer at all, but JoJo got a couple speed of light feats, so I think the speed put him way above Tanjiro.
A natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge
This shit
in strength.
was so
Comparing
crazy.
Tanjiro to Doma and JoJo to Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster.
That's what I was saying.
That might seem crazy, but in Part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements
that makes perfect
and see
sense.
the flow of his Ripple with X-ray vision, Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend against the Ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart, something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro could recover himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and not, fighting.
And while sun breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, JoJo's Hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that JoJo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
The winner is Jonathan Joestar.
I ain't gonna lie, it was looking bad in the beginning of that fight, bro. And if I'm being truly honest, I kind of thought Tanjiro was gonna win that just cause of Translucent World, bro. But maybe the movie made that ability look more overpowered than what it actually was. Like Demon Slayer has a good knack for making they animation makes they techniques look way more powerful than what they actually is. Like they told us that all the water and fire effects, those don't even exist. Like they're not actually happening. They just effects for the show. Which I feel like they didn't have to do that. I feel like they should have just said nothing. Like you feel me? Like I know it's supposed to be these are normal humans going up against supernatural beings, so them having powers would kind of diminish the whole thing about Demon Slayer. But at the same time, it kind of just got me mad when they said those effects don't exist at all, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But my nigga Jonathan won. I knew you was gonna win. Come on, bro. Dab me up, Gaggy. Come on. All right, yeah. And if he wasn't winning, you already know. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. If y'all did, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, join the Empire. Let me know in the comments who's y'all favorite part. You feel me? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Dre's Empire out. I'ma see y'all.
Gotta hold my ground. Smile left and I lost and found. I don't cheese, I'ma walk and frown. Hey, you up, can you hold me down? Spin it up, cause I know you round. Left on, what happens now? Been around, look what I got. Back wound and a face on clown. And it's cool. Got a pill for you if you choose to swing that move.